Hey, I I guess this is a sort of a video blog of mine, so a vlog, or a diary of sorts. This isn't really meant for anyone specific, and I'm not targeting people with this, but I suppose it's sort of just for me to be more open with someone. Yeah, so today's the 3rd of January 2020. It is currently 12 past 2. I am going to the cinema at 3. Well, the film starts at 3. Um, and I'm watching the new Jumanji film. And yeah, so realistically, just want to talk about just myself, I suppose. More openly, I guess, because I feel like I can't really open up to people that much. I don't know, it's a weird it's a weird thing I have, where I I think that people won't really like me for me if I tell them who I am, like, you know, who I am really. I mean, that sounds really bad. I mean that in the sense of like certain things. And I don't know. I sometimes I can't even really be open with my parents all that much. And I live with my mum and well, live. I'm a uni student. And her partner and a half sister. He's not really my dad. So before him, I had another stepdad, who then tried to commit suicide. And my real dad, I know my real dad, but I don't really talk to him because he's a bit of a dick, really. He's he left us, I think, when I was very young, 2 or 3. And yeah, so I feel like I can't really, oh God, I feel like I can't really connect with people, in the sense that I don't really like the real me, from the real me, that who I really am. And instead I make things up to make people like me, and that doesn't really work, obviously. And I am getting better. I'm trying to sort of open up with people more and pretend less, I suppose. But it's difficult because it's sort of like a thing that I've been doing for a while, and it's natural to me. So I sort of just I really just hide. I really just hide my actual self between all these like fake things. So an example would be, I don't know, say I would meet someone who's like really cool, and I would want to hang out with them, but I'd be afraid to tell them who I really am. So I would say, oh, I'm from here. So say like, oh, I'm from this place, instead of my actual, origin, I suppose. And yeah, but I am getting better, sort of. So I just try to, pretend less. And yeah, but I find it quite hard to actually present the real me to people, because I actually don't know why. I just do. I was never really good at maintaining relationships with people, and regardless of what the relationship is, a friendship, or a partnership, so having a girlfriend or whatever. I sort of, and I've never really had a proper girlfriend, but that's beside the point. So, you know, I can make friends, but I can't really keep those friendships because I innately sort of start to make things up, and that makes me feel bad because then I want to, like, you know, tell them all these things about myself and I can't because I've already presented a different image of myself to them. And, you know, so it's difficult. And again, I've never really had many friends that I was growing up because when I was, oh God, I'm very sorry for that. There we go. Sorry, I just moved my keyboard and my phone's sitting on the cable to kind of support it. So it's a bit awkward. Yeah, so I transferred to a different school when I was, so I think it was in 2012. So I was 13. I'm 20 right now. So I transferred to a different school. No, so sorry, I left school. So I left my previous school when I was, so a year before, I think, in 2011. Yeah, something like that. And then I was out of school. I was at home for about a year because my new school didn't want to take me or something. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what happened. I'd have to ask my mum. And yeah, and so we moved to a different place, and I didn't really have any friends. And even then, in school, you know, I spoke to like a few people, but it never really got anywhere. I don't really talk to them anymore. We never really did anything outside of school either. So that was sort of lonely. And you know, I did all these things to sort of make myself look better, I guess, to other people because I couldn't really connect with people. I don't know. It's difficult to describe because I don't really know why stuff happened. Sort of just did. And yeah, so it was just weird, and my childhood was weird. When I was very young, it was quite good, but afterwards it kind of started going downhill, and it wasn't all that great. And yeah, so I'm actually currently back home. It's sort of the immediate after Christmas, after New Year sort of period. And I'm going back to uni tomorrow. So the next video you will probably see will be in uni, my uni accommodation. I've got exams to prepare for. I've got one open book exam that I haven't yet started to prepare for, but hopefully I will. And I've just been ill twice recently. Had a cold right before coming home, and then I also had what's called pericoronitis. My back wisdom tooth and the lower jaw sort of at a weird angle, so it got infected. So I went to a dentist, and they gave me a bunch of things to take. They told me to do all these weird things, to take like hydrogen peroxide many times a day, and then antibiotics for 5 days. I've just finished. I finished the entire course 3 times a day. Yeah, so it was weird. But I'm just going off on all sorts of tangents. It's not really meant to be anything sort of cohesive, I guess. It's just sort of like a brain dump of what's on my mind right now. And I guess I'll be more structured in the next videos for my own sake, so I'm not kind of all over the place like I am right now. And yeah, so Happy New Year, people. And yeah, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.